So this is part 2 video of classification of mandibular third molar impacted teeth. Last video we discussed about Winter's classification. In this video we will discuss about Pell-Gregory's classification. So Pell-Gregory's classification is based upon two parameters. First classification of Pell-Gregory is based on the parameter depth. Depth in respect to, this is third molar tooth, depth in respect to the occlusion. So if third molar is located same occlusion as second and first molar, same or above, it may be above, it will be level A classification. Now level B. So this is occlusal line, occlusion. In level B, the occlusion of third molar will be below the occlusion of first and second molar, but it will be above the cervical line. So the occlusion of the third molar will be above cervical line, but below the occlusion of second and first molar. So this is level B. Now level C. Level C, the depth of the third molar or the occlusal surface of the third molar will be below the cervical region of second and first molar. So it's very easy. First classification of Pell-Gregory depends upon the depth. Level A, location, occlusal surface. Here in level B, it will be below the occlusion but above the cervical margin of second and first molar, and in case of level C, it will be below the cervical margin. So this is Pell-Gregory classification of impacted third molar according to depth. One thing I forgot to mention, just give me some time. There is difficulty index with predation. Level A situation, level A position of mandibular third molar, the difficulty index value is 1. Level B, value is 2. Difficulty in respect to the surgical extraction or surgical removal of impacted third molar. Level B, its value 2, and level C, value 3. So level C is most difficult. Now we'll come to another classification of Pell-Gregory's, that is based upon the space available or space availability. How we determine that? This is the anterior border of ramus. This is the distal surface of second molar. So this classification is based upon this space. You can see from this picture, this is a class 1 classification. Third molar has sufficient space. That means in between anterior border of ramus of mandible and distal surface of second molar, there is sufficient space for third molar, for the mesiodistal width of the third molar. This is class 1 classification. Pedersen's difficulty index, its value is 1. Next, class 2. You can see from this picture that the space available in between the distal surface of the mandibular second molar and anterior ramus insufficient. It's not sufficient, it's insufficient. That means the mesiodistal width of third molar, it is greater than the space available between anterior border of third molar, anterior border of ramus, and distal surface of second molar. And in the difficulty index, its value is 2. Next, class 3. Literally there is no space. There is no space available. No space available between the anterior border of ramus and distal surface. So no space. This is index value. The difficulty index value according to Peterson is 3. That is most difficult. So this was the classification of Pellegrini. Now we'll discuss about the difficulty index given by Peterson. So we discussed in last video about the Winters classification. The classification was mesioangular. Its value was 1. Second was horizontal or transverse. Horizontal, its value was 2. Then as vertical value was 3. And lastly there was distoangular, its value was 4. We just discussed about the class A, B, C and label ABC and class 1, 2, 3. Class A and level A and class 1 difficulty index 1, then B and 2 difficulty index was 2, and level C and class 3 difficulty 1 index was 3 each. So according to Peterson, most difficult when the index value, total value of impacted tooth will be in between 7 to 10. Second, moderately difficult value is 5 to 7, and easy will be less than 5. This was difficult index of Peterson. The most difficult is 10. Thank you very much for patience listening. We'll see you in next video.